I am Bahadur Ayubzadeh. I have been driving taxi for 25 years.
I've been driving for about 35 years.
12, 13 years.
28.
2 years and a half.
Originally from Bangladesh.
From Ethiopia.
I'm Eritrean.
Palestine.
I am from Iran.
Work, you can get other job.
I mean, it's a decent job, but you have to work really long hours.
You meet a lot of people.
I've driven the most famous person I can think of is Wayne Gretzky.
I make a living.
It was okay. He was not a great tipper, but he was okay.
This is the only thing I could do, I think, here.
The taxi, the car that never sleeps, the watchman of the streets. They've grown with cities for generations and become a part of the landscape. Until today.
I am driving taxi since 1990, around 25 something years. It was very cold, but now I think I used to it. I worked 16 years in Iran. My profession was radio relay communication engineering in Air Force. I don't want to go through whatever happened, but because of the revolution or something, I had to resign and I came here. My first plan was, because I am a good cook, I was going to open a restaurant, but I found it is a hard job. Then a friend of mine, he was a taxi driver. We talked and then I started driving taxi. When there is a roof sign on your car, it's in a safe place. And they trust us to go from point A to point B. When you are younger, you could put more hours and drive more hours. Well, the problem now is Uber.
It's a battle that's being fought in every major city around the world. With apps like Uber, the sharing economy has uprooted the way of the past. But who will be left behind?
And suddenly, by the name of technology and apps, company comes and he destroys everything. That's not right. We don't want to do crazy thing like other countries that they called army to stop the taxi driver because Uber was destroying their livelihood. The same thing is happening here. We ask our politicians to listen to us. Don't push us to that point. Please stop them. Thank you. Uber out. Uber out.
I've looked at the impact of the internet on e-commerce, the disruptive force that new technologies have on established businesses for a long time. The public, in many instances, being quite supportive of some of the emergence of new choice, has really placed this issue front and center in a lot of municipalities and a lot of jurisdictions around the world. What I often find is that those in the established industry aren't solely interested in a level playing field. They don't want competition more fundamentally.
Some of these Uber drivers, they work for fun and making some money for their gas, making some money for their weekend beer, which this money could be bread on the table for a taxi driver which has a couple of children and a big family.
Taxi drivers are seeing their way of life slowly drift away. New drivers from a new industry are suddenly replacing them. Drivers from both sides are struggling to make ends meet. Only the owners at the top seem to be succeeding.
We're not talking about the wealthiest people in our society. I mean, they're service providers and they're looking to make a living, and there are vulnerabilities on all sides of the story. And frankly, there are rich players on both sides, and those are the owners of the taxi companies, quite frankly, in many instances, as well as, of course, the owners of companies like Uber.
Yeah, we lost lots of business and we have to put more hours. And they say they are creating job. They are not creating job. These guys, they are destroying job. This is my business. This is my investment.
What I think we can't provide, and frankly what I think we shouldn't be providing, is some sort of bottom line guarantee for taxi companies that may have made an investment in licenses that it turns out, with the advent of new competition, wasn't a particularly good bet.
So who is going to make money? The big corporation. Who is going to lose money? People that their livelihood depends on these jobs.
Who will win? Who will lose? Only time will tell who makes it out and what the true cost of business will be.
People will continue to rely upon them and use them, but they'll have more competition in trying to do that, and I think that will ultimately lead to winners and losers. But the winners will be based more on the kind of service that you provide and how strong of a business you run, as opposed to the ability to exclude others from competing with you.
I hope one day we get this problem solved and be happy again.